Tim Panasic for Gibbons Motor Toys. Today we're going to show you the Stabicraft 1850 Supercab. So the Supercab is an addition to the 1850 Fisher that they had previously. So as the name implies, we've got the addition of a hardtop model, and we'll just show you around and show you what the differences are. Basically, it's got a 90-inch beam. It's 18.5 feet long. It's got a 16-degree dead rise. Like every Stabicraft boat, you've got the basically the pontoon system. So there's 3 separate air chambers in this boat. And what that means is that the boat's virtually unsinkable. And if you look at the size of the reverse chines, like the rest of the Stabicraft lineup, this boat is meant for big water. It's going to deflect the water down into the sides, giving you a very dry ride, and it's also going to give you a very smooth ride. The other characteristic of the Stabicraft hull is that when you're at rest, the stability in the water is extremely good. There's way less rocking motion on a Stabicraft that you're going to get on most other boat designs. You can see that this has got a very beefy bow rail. It's got a Sarka 3 anchor on a drum winch. So those are some of the features that you get with the Supercab model. And there are options as well with that, but that's what this particular boat has. This boat's sitting on an easy loader, 3,100-pound trailer. So it does have brakes. It's got a swing tongue, and it fits this boat very well. As we move around to the stern of the boat, this has got the optional coaming rails on the sides. You can see the Stabicraft cleats that are welded on here. You come to the stern, you've got the, and this is powder coat painted. That's an option. So you got the handrail here to make it easier to get in and out. You've got Stabicraft's well-known, very robust ladder that works good for whether you're diving and got flippers on or shoes or bare feet. It's just a really easy ladder to get in and out of the boat, whether it's in the water or on the trailer as you see here. Looking at the stern, you could see the air chambers. So these are the plugs for the air chambers. So there's your 3 air chambers. This is actually the drain plug for the bottom of the hull. This has got the Game Chaser transom on, another known trait of Stabicraft. So you can see the way the angles are in the back of this transom. All Stabicraft boats are designed to operate very well in reverse. So your steering control when you're backing up is almost as good as when you're going forward. You can see the optional kicker bracket that's on here. And as we climb inside, there is a filler piece that goes right here. So in lots of conditions, you could just leave that out. If you are in rough water, if you are backing up into waves in particular, this filler piece just goes in here. We'll show you that when we get to the inside. So that's a really simple in-out. Otherwise, look how easy it is to get in and out of this hull. As we're looking at the stern of the interior here, this has got what's called the US style fish box. So you can see you got the built-in rod holders there. This is a large fish storage compartment. Battery access is right here. So you got room for dual batteries here. The flip down seats are nice. They just flip up out of the way when you don't need them. You've got a battery switch there, and you've also got the circuit breaker for the drum winch located there. This has got the optional washdown pump. It just fits there in the gunnel out of the way. This has got the optional U-deck. So as you can see, it's on the gunnels, it's on the floor. Makes for a very comfortable boat. And then speaking of the gunnels, we've talked about this before, but we'll mention it again. The big wide gunnels, super efficient. So whether you want to add downriggers here, use the built-in rod holders that you see here, or if sitting anywhere in this boat, you can sit anywhere along this gunnel and be totally comfortable. And with the hardtop version, you can totally sit back here and enjoy the weather if it's a nice day. The other thing with the wide gunnels is the storage space in here. These gunnels are wide. They really do soak up a lot of goods. So instead of having stuff all over the floor of your boat, the gunnels gobble that stuff up really nice. You can see there's the step and pad here. So for getting up, reaching your rods, etc., or getting up to the top of the cab. And you can see the U-deck goes along the gunnels here. So I can easily grab the handrails that are on the boat here, and even in rough water conditions, I can easily make my way around this cabin safely in rough water. So if I need to get at my anchor, etc., easily done. I just want to point out that with the Stabicraft hull, this is your air chambers on each side. And as far as the floor, this is all a sealed unit. So any water, any debris that gets in this boat is going to make its way. You're not going to really be able to see this, but underneath the, in the back of the transom, you've got basically a pocket that's about so big, and it's basically just like a sump. So that's where your bilge pump is. So any debris or anything just washes right into there. So, and then that easily pumps out, and you also have easy access to that through an access cover on the back transom here. So very easy to deal with that. And what that means is that you're not going to have a smell or anything in your boat from fish debris or anything left over, because it's all contained in a very easy area to manage. This has got the Icy Tech 70 liter coolers in it with the squabs on it, as they call them in New Zealand. So you can use this as a seat, a cooler, a combination of things, and you can move them however you want. So they store out of the way there. You could pull them out to give you more seating room, whatever you desire. This has got the bolster seats in it. So they're a flip-up bolster. So you can stand up, lean against that. You can put your feet up here. You can sit up on this if you want to improve your visibility. Or you can just sit in the chair regularly, whatever you're comfortable with. Controls are easily accessible here. You got more storage here. You've got more storage along the roof in the hardtop. So there's some of the advantages. The hardtop is just the added storage spaces everywhere. It's also storage space up here. You've got a huge dash, so lots of room for flush mount electronics, stereo, VHF, whatever you might want to add to that. You can also add components along here as well. So there's really just a ton of room. This has got hydraulic steering in it. You can see on the passenger side, those wide gunnels extend all the way forward, and that's actually on both sides, so both port and starboard. So you've got a ton of dry storage in this boat. This has also got the finished squabs in the front of the cuddy here. So these are just removable. So if you want these out and just more space for storage, you can. Otherwise, you got yourself a spot where you can literally sit down in here, throw the kids in there, or even adults can sit in here. There's plenty of headroom here. So lots of dry storage, and there's also an access hatch here as well. This is the transom filler that we were talking about. So it stores nicely out of the way right here. So this just comes out, and you just simply slide it in here. And now if you're backing up into rough water or you're out in big water, there's your safety net to give you that extra transom height with your walkthrough. We've been powering all of our 1850s, whether it's the Supercab or the Fisher series with the 115 Mercury. But besides being a 25-inch transom, which gives you the extra ability for rough water, this is also Mercury's command thrust lower unit. So the prop diameter, the gear case on this, is basically the same size as the 150 Merc. So that just means that you have more thrust, a larger diameter prop, which gives you better fuel economy, better boat control, both forward and reverse, whether you're around the dock, on and off the trailer. And it actually also gives you better top-end performance. Who is the 1850 Supercab designed for? Well, really it's designed for anybody that's looking to be out in any kind of water conditions and feel safe. The hardtop is going to be obviously just easier to deal with than taking canvas up and down. It does offer you more storage. The downfall of the hardtop is going to be your storage limitations, or if you have to pass under a bridge or anything in the waterways that you're at. So keep in mind you got that extra height So that would be the disadvantage to the hardtop, is where are you going to store it? How are you going to deal with that height that you can't collapse? Other than that, this boat's going to pertain to whether you're a fisherman, a family person, you're cruising, whatever your mission may be, this boat's really going to do it all. Hopefully this video has helped you understand more about the 1850 Supercab, and please subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this.